Hey, it's me, Tommy, and today I'm going to go over what settings you should be using to get the most cinematic looking footage out of your X-T3. Now, there are a lot of things you can do to make your footage look more cinematic. What I'm going over is purely what settings I've been using, and then some basics about motion and frame rate. The settings I use might not be what you're looking for or accomplish what you're trying to do. I have a specific set of goals for my X-T3. I want my file sizes to be as small as possible. If I can film at 100 megabits per second, I'm happy. That means I want my footage to look really good straight out of the camera if I need to, but also be flat enough to where I can apply a tiny grade without it falling apart. I need to be very conscious about my white balance and my exposure. To start, I always use the Eterna film simulation, and then I set the dynamic range to 400%. I also usually keep my settings at 4K, 23.98 frames per second, and 100 megabits per second. I'm also on H.264 and long GOP. I always set my custom white balance with a gray card before I start filming, because I'm not filming in F-Log. Then a little bit further down, I set the highlight tone to -2, shadow tone to -2, and color to -4. And I leave sharpness and noise reduction at 0. And the inner frame noise reduction, I just leave that off. And there we go, we're ready to start shooting. I'm using the 16 to 55mm f2.8 lens, and because it has no stabilization, any handheld shots that I do are usually in 120 frames per second to reduce jittering. Otherwise, I need my shots to be locked off because it will really pick up a lot of vibrations. Alternatively, I'll be using a gimbal. I find that while using the Ronin S with 120 frames per second and these settings gets me some absolutely beautiful looking footage. And that combo is what I've been using exclusively for B-roll on my channel for the past few weeks. All right, enough talk. Let's go get some footage. If you've got your own favorite settings for your X-T3, drop the recipe in the comments below and what use cases you like to use it the best for. And that way we can all try it and learn from it. I really appreciate the little community that we've got going here. If you like the settings that I use, I'd appreciate a thumbs up on this video. And if you hit that subscribe button, I'll see you in the next one.